Y'all, this is ridiculous. What? Hello and welcome back to SnowRunner, y'all, and in this video, you may have noticed by either what you're seeing on screen right now, or maybe by the title or the thumbnail. So I went ahead and threw one of the new sets of tires on it. I threw a lift kit on it, and we're gonna take it on some trails, and honestly, we're just gonna see what it can do, and hopefully it's actually able to make some decent progress off-road. And fortunately, I will say we have a really good testing circuit planned for this truck. The only issue with the testing circuit is, ironically, getting to it, because this thing with the off-road transmission is really, really slow, and it's not necessarily something that I would call I wouldn't even call this thing quick. I wouldn't even call it sprightly. It's just, with the off-road transmission, it's just slow. Now, I know that there's probably going to be someone or multiple people out there in the comments that are going to be like, well, of course it's slow. That's the point. And I'm like, well, I mean, fair. Fair. I suppose we'll be a lot more grateful for the off-road transmission once we actually get to the wheeling spot. It does feel very odd, though, driving one of these vanilla trucks on a modded map. It just feels so strange. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, a lot of people would probably be like, why am I on a modded map without a modded vehicle? It just doesn't, like, it doesn't make any sense. And that's not to say that people don't use modded vehicles on, or sorry, that's not to say that people don't use modded maps with vanilla vehicles, and of course vice versa. But I don't know, I think it's kind of one of those matchups where you get it into the game and then you're like, huh, I'm in a completely vanilla vehicle setup, but we're on one of the most heavily played modded maps in the game. Now, some of y'all that, especially some of y'all that already know this map and already know the layout of the map, you may realize that our first obstacle is going to be mostly mud. So we're going to actually cross over the track because, to be brutally honest, we don't really have enough speed in this transmission to actually make the track test usable. So across the track is where we're going to start. Woo! And honestly, I'm just gonna go ahead and lock everything down right out of the gate because, yup. Oh, what the hell? That was too easy. What? That was like modded tire levels of performance. I mean, I know that we're in a 6x6 with lockers, but I feel like we shouldn't necessarily have done that well. The only issue here, obviously, is going to be turning circle because we have the turning radius of like a couple of planets. This is absolutely not okay how well this is doing. I'm sorry, but this has no business being this good at what it's actually doing. I have gotten more stuck on this trail in modded vehicles with modded tires before. Like, I mean, I know we're dragging the front and rear overhangs, but come on. Like, I also knew going into this that this was definitely a decent vanilla truck. It's definitely one of the stronger ones. But I had no idea it was going to be even remotely this good. It just, like, it doesn't even care, frankly. It doesn't care really what we're putting it through until that happens. So, tried to go for the quick winch, and for whatever reason, it thinks I still have the left bumper pressed, even though I don't. All I'm doing is hitting Y on my controller right now, and it assumes that I still have the bumper pressed, and that's why it's disengaging the lockers instead of why it went for the quick winch. So apparently we're gonna have to go pick another trail, but I think this trail definitely served its testing purpose. So now I think we're going to turn things up just a little bit, and we're going to go on up to the left because there's a lot of trails up here that will really turn the difficulty up. And honestly, not that we even need to turn the difficulty up because we've probably already proven that this truck with these tires from the tire pack would honestly probably rampage through just about whatever a vanilla map would have to offer. But nevertheless, I legitimately want to test this thing to the point of really no return. I want to see how far we can push it before it just gives up. And because of that, it's time for some rocks. Now, if it makes it literally any further than, I don't even know, like a couple of turns down this trail, mind-blowingly impressive. It'll genuinely be mind-blowingly impressive. If we can even make it 2-3 corners in. Ow! Approach and departure angles aside. Oh? You've got to be kidding me. Y'all, this is ridiculous. What? I'm sorry, this is stupidly good. This is like actually stupidly good. Maybe I was way too mean to this tire pack. I think I really genuinely was too mean to it in my last video because look at this. I mean, apart from smashing the tanks, I mean, it's brutal. I should probably slow down. I should probably get out of low plus because low plus actually has a lot of torque. Just rotate it around and cruise on through. What? Oh? Different line, maybe? What? Oh, it's really close. It's honestly really unhappy. The only sad part about it is it's right there. Did not mean to honk the horn, but it's literally right there. I think with a slight adjustment in line, we could probably nail it down. Problem is it gets like 3/4 of the way and then gets hung up. I have an idea though. Nah, we're not getting any further without lockers. Come on. Well, I think we only really have one other option now, and it's going to be to go super wide. Oh, that's terrifying. Oh my god! Again. Ridiculous. I'm genuinely astounded. Why are you... Oh, it's like proper bunched. Are you serious? All right. Well... Yeah, it keeps hitting the inside edge of that rock. And it's just like, sorry. There's nothing more I can do. Oh my god! Oh. Y'all, it is unhappy. It is so unhappy. Getting it past that one rock is gonna be like, that's gonna be really difficult. I don't think this is going to be a doable line. I mean, I'm already here, so I might as well give it a shot, though. Yeah. So that went well. At the very least, I mean, we're a little bit of a bridge for all of the other, you know, for all the other wheeling rigs that are coming through here later. So let's go ahead and jump on back to the garage. And with that, I think we can get into just kind of some of my final thoughts in regards to this whole experiment. And honestly, my final thoughts are, I was way too harsh on the tire pack. Especially if you use these new tires on something like this. It's mind-blowingly capable. I mean, it is like, it's like modded tire capable. And when it's modded tire levels of capable, I mean, yes, I know that there's a lot of people out there that will, you know, they'll just never pay for a tire pack for this game. But for those of you that do, I genuinely urge you to throw these not modded tires, DLC tires on this truck and take it somewhere that you don't think it'll be able to go, because it probably will be able to go through whatever it is you put it through, as long as you don't get it high centered or fall off a mountain. But with that being said and done, y'all, I hope y'all did enjoy this video, and I will see y'all in the next one. Talk to y'all later.